County Municipal Court is now in session. The Honorable Donovan Capper presiding. All those having business before the court draw near, you shall be heard. God bless this great state of Ohio and this honorable court. You may be seated.
Good morning. Welcome to Washington County Municipal Court. Today is December 30th. We've got a case we're going to take kind of out of order before we start the review, so go ahead and call that.
State of Ohio versus Elijah Mills, case number TRD 222577.
Okay, this is set for sentencing. You just have to pay your fines.
Yeah, and it's paid in full, Your Honor, and I have the receipt here in my hand.
Okay, it looks like there was a payment on
The 16th.
December the 16th.
Yes, sir.
All right. Is that showing correct on the computer? Can you share what the amount?
I can show you
Okay, that's what I wanted to verify. All right, your case is completed. You're free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Okay, we're going to call reviews next for people who have things in order to do. This is a check on what you're doing on getting those taken care of. When your name's called, come up to the table to your right and stand there.
Kevin Conrad, Keith W. Cooper, Jaron R. Edgington, Stephen Fletcher, Robert Hamlin, Olivia Huff, Christopher Meade.
Kevin Conrad is 231105. It's an excellent report. I'll pick out one sentence that I like really well. Mr. Conrad is a positive influence on his peers, exhibiting positive changes that can happen when you take your recovery seriously. So, very good. Doesn't get much better than that. Okay, so you've got, you did make a payment this month on your fines, and you have done some of your community service. You'll have 3 days left, is what I'm showing. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, get that finished. And I'll give you another review hearing date. You're doing very well. And you are working. What's best for your work schedule?
Usually Friday, or Mondays would be the best.
Mondays are better?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to set it for February the 10th. That's a Monday. February 10th will be your next hearing, 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Get my schedule, I had to reboot it. It's not logging on. I don't know who logs it on to begin with. You do it. They changed the password. It's saying it's logging here. Okay, Keith Cooper.
Your Honor, just to let you know, he was at community service Saturday. He said he knew he had court today, but I have not seen him today.
Okay. All right, well, he's failed to appear so far. I'll hold it back, and if he hasn't appeared by the end of the docket, he'll get a warrant. Oh, well, it didn't change the password. That's the old password.
This word for another person.
Okay. Okay, let's just hold that. Jaron Edgington, 231190, is here today. He did the dip school, looks like. And still owe some fines, and we've got some community service to pay to work on. So tell me about that. What's your plan today? A payment on your fines today?
I'd have to go back home and get money first, but I can come back and pay sometime this week.
Okay. What about your community service?
I haven't, I had a vehicle, because you gave me my driver's permission to go do my stuff, and then my vehicle broke down, so I haven't had one. But I just started being able to get a ride now, so I think I should be able to get my community service done before my next review.
Okay, give me a date when you can be out.
Anything's fine, really. I do work during the nighttime, so the mornings are usually always open.
How about this Saturday, 28th?
That's
I'm
fine.
sorry, that's the 4th. You'll be out this Saturday, the 4th?
No, that'd be fine.
Okay. Mr. Cooper got you down for that day.
To come do community service here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm here at 7:30.
All right.
All right, let me give you another date when you come back for your next review. That looks like we're going into February. All right, February 3rd will be your next hearing,
All right.
9 o'clock. Be here this coming Saturday for community service at 7:30.
I'm good.
Yes, sir. Stephen Fletcher, 23705. Fletcher's at RRS.
Your Honor, he remains compliant, and his services were just decreased to monthly.
Okay. All right, he's done his community service. Just have to pay off. He had restitution and fines and costs, so we need a payment on that. Do you have a payment today?
Yes, $80.
Okay. Okay, I'll set you for February 3rd also. Your next review is February 3rd of next year at 9 o'clock.
All right, thank you.
See the clerk to make the payment.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, Your Honor.
All right, Robert Hamlin. Robert Hamlin is not here. He's been called for us to be a benchmark. Ready to do. Regina Hudson. Regina Hudson, case number 23-1382, 23-581. Okay, you did do a day of community service, or maybe 2, so your last hearing. You still have 3 days to do, and fines to pay. Do you have a payment today?
Pardon me?
Do you have a payment on your fines today?
I have $12 today.
Okay, we'll take
Okay.
$12.
Yeah.
When can you do your rest of your community service?
I just got that all worked out. The office was closed for like 2 weeks because the lady that runs the building, her cancer came back, and I did not know who to talk to
Your Honor, if I
until...
may, she came and talked to me Saturday. She's going to do her community service this week.
Okay. All right, let's get it done. I'll set you for February 3rd. Is your next thing. February 3rd is your next review.
February when?
3, February 3rd.
February 3rd?
He's gonna write it down for you. February
I'm
3rd,
not hearing.
9 a.m.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Olivia Hop, 2573. Okay. You have to pay off your fines and costs. Do you have a payment?
Not today. I was going to pay it when I got paid the 1st of January, just pay it off then. Where it's Christmas has just passed, it completely broke me.
Okay, well, this is getting to be an older case. It needs to be finished up. I'll set you for January 27th.
Thank you.
9 o'clock.
Thank you.
You pay it off, you don't have to come back.
Your Honor, if I may, on Robert Hamlin, he'd been in prison for a couple of years. He just got out earlier this year. He's on parole. So he may not remember that he had a court date.
Right, yeah.
You
I
want
was
me to
gonna
reach
have
out
the
to
clerk
parole?
notify him.
Huh?
I was gonna have, we know the family.
Okay, yeah.
We'll have the clerk notify the family.
I just want to let you know he's been in prison for a while.
Christopher Mead. Christopher Mead, 164606, 17936.
Your Honor, I believe he's in custody in West Virginia.
Okay. I'll go ahead and issue a warrant for failure to appear. William Rice.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I didn't call that name, though. For some
Okay.
reason, we got included.
There it is. William Rice is 20-2404, 18-2548.
Your Honor, if I may, he turned 2 days of community service in this morning. It hasn't been verified. It's updated in the computer, but it's probably not updated on this morning.
Okay, thank you. Are you making any payment on your fines?
$100, yes, sir.
Okay, very good.
And is there any way that I can get a work release where I can drive for my job?
You can contact the BMV. If
I
I suspend you, then I feel like then I can give you a permit to drive during the time of my suspension. But your suspension is not from me. You got suspensions from the BMV.
Right.
So you need to contact them. They do have some programs where you can get reinstated. So that's where you have to start. And you can go to either the Proctorville or the Ironton branch, and they're supposed to help you with that. They can pull up your chart, so to speak, and look at it and tell you what you need to do. And actually, if you have access to a computer, you can pull it up yourself. It's called oplates.com.
Yeah,
You can
I've
pull
been
up
on
your
it.
own driving record and look at it.
Yeah, I've been on it. I can.
Okay, go see the clerk and make your payment, and I'm going to set your next hearing for February 3rd.
Thank you.
William Rice, Donald Sharp, Raphael Sanders.
Yeah, I just did William Rice.
Kayla Sechrist, Agnes Sexton, Scott Tierney, Bruce Ward, Aiden Young.
Now, Mr. Sanders, I want him to take the urine screen.
He did, Your Honor.
He's already done it, okay.
You can stand up here. I don't know who he's gonna call first, but.
Have you seen the report?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we'll do him first. Raphael Sanders, 24,620.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think he even qualifies for something more than this, don't you?
Yes, and I did speak with the counselor since I typed that letter this morning, and she said that he completed his assessment again on the 2nd and missed his appointment on the 9th. So I just don't think he's taking outpatient very seriously, and I do believe he needs a higher level of care.
Okay. What say you, Mr. Sanders?
I was gonna say, I actually go January 9th. That's what they just told me.
Yeah,
So
you're
are you gonna start
rescheduled.
going to your appointments?
Yes.
You've been missing a bunch of them, and you're still testing for
Listen,
an opioid.
can I tell you what's really going on with me? I don't stay down here, but since I caught a case down here, I got a sick daughter, really sick daughter, young as heck, and I gotta be there to check on her.
Okay.
And for me to go
Well,
back
how
and
old's your
forth,
daughter?
she's fine. She's 4 years old. She
4.
got asthma.
Okay, well, you know, I'm gonna go out on a limb, but I don't think this can be disputed. The best thing you can do for your daughter
I'm trying.
is to get clean.
Yeah.
That's the best thing you can do for your daughter, you can possibly do for her, is for you to be clean and be an example to her by your sobriety and how you conduct yourself. If you're taking opiates, you're not gonna be a good father.
I take opiate because
I'm gonna let you go back to OVP. This is gonna be the last chance, though. I'm gonna order you go inpatient if you can't clean it up and go to your appointments. Okay, you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll try it for 2 weeks, and then I want you back, and I want a better report next time. So, that's going to be the 13th. So I'm gonna set you for a review hearing on January 13th.
All right.
At 9 o'clock. Get me a good, clean report on January 13th.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I mean, this appears to be the initial assessment for him through OBP.
Okay.
Yeah, my box found it.
All right.
We'll put that in his file.
It's fine. All right, your name, sir?
Aiden Young.
Okay, last file. Aiden Young is 24,1446. Okay, this is an ODI. You haven't done much on it.
I've been in school away at college.
Well,
I know, like, I've put some money towards fines, and I plan on doing community service this weekend.
you paid $50 towards your fine. That's it. You got some more to pay today?
Not on me. My family's on the way back from North Carolina.
Well, we need, how long are you in for your break?
15th, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay? We need
But
to get
I'm not
community
playing football
service done
anymore, though.
before then, all right?
Yes, sir.
So when you gonna be out?
I come out here Saturday, and then I don't know how they pronounce his last name, but John, he
Major?
said that, yes, sir. He said that I could do community service out at the dog shelter.
Okay, just as long as it's approved by your probation officer, you can get out here and get it done. So you're gonna be here Saturday,
Yes, sir.
7:30,
Yes, sir.
okay? And when can you pay on your fines?
I'll just keep putting money towards them. I don't have like steady income where I'm back at school, but my mom said that she will help me with it, and I'll talk to her whenever she gets back. And I'll have money with me
Well, you
Saturday.
should pay her back if she does, because it's your problem, not hers.
Yes, sir.
Where do you go to school?
Lindsey Wilson College in Columbia, Kentucky.
Okay. Well, when are you gonna be back for another time frame? You got any holidays coming up? Then I might set another review here for you.
I don't have anything that's gonna bring me back, but I'm not, where football season's not going on right now, I'm not too busy, so I have enough time to come back whenever.
How about, are you off for President's? Well, we're off too then. President's Day. What's better for you, Fridays probably, if you want to come in for the weekend?
Yeah, Friday would be great.
Okay, I'm going to make it Valentine's Day. February the 14th is going to be your next hearing
Yes, sir.
at 9 o'clock. If you get everything finished before then, you don't have to come back, but you got a lot to do, so you're probably not going to be finished by then. You got $725 in fines and court costs to pay, 5 days community service, and you have to go to the driver intervention part too.
Yes, sir.
You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. February 14th, your next hearing, 9 o'clock.
Sir.
All right, Donald Sharp. Donald Sharp, 14-263, 09-650, has not appeared. We'll get a warrant for not appearing. Kayla Sechrist, 24-373. She was set for review today. She hasn't done anything on her case. So there'll be a warrant issued for failure to appear. Agnes Sexton is the one we talked about this morning, Mr.
Yes, Your Honor.
And-
Unfortunately, she hasn't shown up for court.
Okay, she's got 7 days to get in before a warrant. You can communicate that to her?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Thank you, Your Honor.
you're welcome. And that's case number 24-209, 210, 2349, 22-740. Agnes Sexton. Scott Tierney, 24-263. Is not here, the bench warrant failure to appear. Bruce Ward, 15-268, 11-435, 10-1087, failed to appear, bench warrant. Has things left to do. Is that the last?
Yes, sir, Your Honor, we have some more.
Okay.
But Your Honor, on Scott Tierney, I thought that because we're talking about him, he did come in and pay $280 this morning according to this notation. So I don't know where he is now.
Okay. All right, put it on my desk and I'll review it, see if there's maybe doesn't need a warrant.
Alec R. Berry, Jamie Bias, Stephen Carmen, Levi Dillon, Charles Fricky, Tanya Hardy, Elijah Lewis, Zachary Russell.
Alec Berry is 24-611 and 23-957 this year. Community service is all done, funds are paid. He was at RRS.
Your Honor, he's completed the services.
Okay. All right, right, can you give a letter to that effect, and you are completed then, sir? No further review hearings, review.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Jamie Bias. Jamie Bias is 24603, 2151.
Your Honor, if I may, she turned 81 hours of community service in this morning. She still has 9 more hours to do.
Okay. So it looks like it's from a legitimate
Yes, Your Honor.
place.
It has been verified.
All right, very good. You still have fines to pay.
I do.
Okay, so are you gonna work those, or?
I don't have a payment today. I usually make the payment around the first of the month. I usually make a payment every month.
Okay.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I'm living in Lexington now, probably for another 6 months. So if I could do the Zoom, it would really help me to get.
As long as you're doing something toward your case, I'll let you appear by teleconference.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Okay, on 24603, that had been set in March. Let's move it. We're gonna move them both to the date in February, because she's got the old case. So let's make them both February the 10th.
February the 10th.
February 10th, you can appear by teleconference as long as you are making progress towards your case.
Okay, absolutely.
And Your Honor, if I may, Mrs. Bledsoe asked that you check in with her. She's got some papers.
Sure. Am I ready to go?
See the clerk.
Okay, thank you.
Stephen Carmen, 222038. I've got a report from Amanda Greets. Well, it doesn't say much.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I went back in on my own just to continue trying to keep something, just to help me keep trying to not go back.
Yeah, I have a certificate where you completed there.
Yeah, I just went back in not too long ago and asked them if I could come in sometimes at least once a week. And so they've been letting me do that. Just to,
Well, they sent a report to the court, but it doesn't really say much, so it just basically says you're there. You've got a small balance left on your fines, and you've got your community service to do.
I'm sorry,
Your community service,
I've got this Thursday and Friday set to go to the dog pound. I've done one day with them, but it's been some time back.
all right, well, if you go there, you gotta get them to send a report in, so we get your hours in.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I'm showing you got a balance of $90.
I'm gonna put 25 on it today.
Okay. All right, see the clerk, get your community service done. If you pay it off and get your community service done, you don't have to come back to the next hearing. And I'll set it for February 14th. You should have it done by then. If you do, you don't have to be here.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Levi Dillon, 241309. Okay, you paid most of your fine, showing $50 balance?
I paid the $50 this morning.
Okay, I see that, you did. And you got your community service to do, and you've got the driver intervention.
Yes, sir. I have almost enough for the dip school. I'm still a little bit short. It's just been really hard on me trying to save a lot of money. I don't really make a lot to begin with.
Okay. Well, that's part of it is supposed to be hard. It's not supposed to be.
Yeah, I understand completely.
All right, this is your first hearing, so I'm gonna give you more time than some of the others. February 21st will be your next hearing. If you get it finished by then,
I will have everything finished
you don't
before.
have to show up. Just verify with your probation officer that you're finished.
Okay.
February 21st at 9 o'clock is your next hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Charles Fricky, 24-1281. He's at Orange County Recovery. Now you're an outpatient.
He has completed, Your Honor, as of February, or December 27th. He has
Okay,
completed.
just recently. But he's continuing to take part.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think that's good. And you're working? Okay. You did your community service, still have to pay your fines. Do you have a payment today on your fine?
Yes, I was going to give 25, sir.
All right.
With the hopes in a couple of weeks, I'll be able to knock a good chunk of it out.
Okay, I'm going to set your next hearing for February 14th. If you finish it up, you don't have to come back. February 14th, 9 o'clock. You've done a good job.
Thank you.
Well,
Have a good day.
you too. Tanya Hardy, 24-206. Community service done, and most of your fines paid. You got a small balance, looks like.
I have a $20 payment for today.
Okay. See the clerk to make that payment, and this is your first review, so I'll give you more time. You should easily have it done, because you don't have much left to do. February 24th will be your next hearing. Finish it up. You don't have to be here for that. 9 o'clock. February 24th.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Elijah Lewis, 24-333. Has paid the fines, but has done some community service, but I'm not sure it's finished. Only 8 hours work, 22 owed, so there'll be a warrant issued for failure to appear. Zachary Russell, 24-98.
Your Honor, he was there Saturday. I don't know if it reflects on the...
No, it's not entered yet. Okay. So you're down to just one day then left.
Yes, sir.
You should get it finished in the next time frame then. You don't have to be here. I'll set you for February 21st. You got plenty of time. Get it done. Confirm it with probation and then you're finished.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Pat?
State of Ohio recalls Keith Cooper, case number TRB 23-18-12 A and B, CRB 21-288, CRB 21, TRC 21-21 A and B.
Your Honor, he was there Saturday also. It probably won't reflect on the whole.
Okay. All right. Do you have any payment on your fines today?
I do not today, sir, but I will on the first. I'll have $100 again.
Okay, you came out and did community service, so I'll set your next hearing for February 3rd.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear it with the door shut. February
3rd. 2325. 9 o'clock, February 3rd.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. That finishes the reviews. We're going to start arraignments next. Anyone out in the hall that has a new case or an old case where they had a warrant and wants it withdrawn, they need to come in now. I'm going to explain the rights of defendants now, so listen up if you're going to get called. But I'll be happy to go over it again with you if you don't understand or have questions. Come on in and have a seat. When your name is called, come up to the table to the right, and you have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you do make statements, though, it's all being recorded. Everything you say is on the record. So if you say something about your case that the state wants to use against you, they can use it against you. So that's why you have a right to remain silent. You don't have to incriminate yourself, but people do it all the time. They jump up and say, yeah, I did it. That, omissions in the law are a big deal. If you admit it, you're stuck with it. You have a right to have an attorney appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to bail. You have a right to have the state prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You have all those rights. You waive those if you enter a guilty plea or a no contest plea. So don't do that if you don't know what to do. If you're confused, if you don't understand what's happening, if you want to talk to a lawyer, if you want a trial, enter a not guilty plea. That's always the safest plea you can enter. Call the first case.
State of Ohio versus Tomas Molina, case number TRD 242578, A and B.
Tomas Molina was decided to be in court today at 9 a.m. It's after 9 a.m. Has not appeared, so there'll be a warrant issued for failure. Well, actually, a case will go to the OSP. It's their citation. Case to the OSP for his arrest.
State of Ohio versus James Fannin, case number TRC 242598, A and B. James Fannin.
James Fannin, well, this is wrong. James Fannin was cited to be in court today at 4 p.m. And there is no court today at 4 p.m. So I'm going to pass it, send it back to the OSP. They'll need to reserve Mr. Fannin now. He was cited into the wrong date and time.
State of Ohio versus Terry Gibson, case number TRD 242599, A, B, and C.
Sir, you're Terry Gibson?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gibson, the state's alleging that on December 20th at 7:50 a.m. in Perry Township, you were driving a vehicle with a license that had been suspended. The suspension was up, but you never reinstated it. So that's what's called an unclassified misdemeanor under Ohio law. The maximum penalty for that is $500 fine and 1,000 hours of community service. There's no jail time. That's the good news. And that you were driving outside of your lane. That is a minor misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is $150 fine. And that you left the scene of an accident. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. That's the A case. Do you understand the charges?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you understand the rights you have as a defendant?
I do.
How do you wish to plead to these charges?
Not guilty.
Do you wish to have a lawyer appointed to represent you?
I do, but at this time, I just started working a second job, so I don't think I qualify. I'll have to reach out to one myself.
Okay, so you're going to hire your own lawyer then?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I can, if you want me to consider you, I have to ask about your income. If you're gonna hire your own, then I don't have to ask about your income.
I think I'd make too much to qualify, sir.
Okay. I'm going to enter a not guilty plea for you. How much time, and we're probably looking at least 2 to 3 weeks before we come back anyway, but how much time do you think you need to get a lawyer?
Probably would take me about 3 weeks to get one, Your Honor.
Okay, well, let's look in January then. And you said you're working. The court here is typically in session for these kind of cases on Mondays and Fridays. What's better for you?
Monday is the only day I have off from both jobs.
So Monday's better. How about the 27th of January? That's a Monday. January
Yes, sir.
27th. Okay, I'll set your next hearing for January 27th at 10 a.m. and that's what we call pretrial. So be back here then unless you get a lawyer and the lawyer says, I've made arrangements for a different date and time. Then you come when they tell you.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Not guilty plea is entered for you. You can sign a signature bond of $1,000. What a signature bond is your promise to come to court as ordered, or you'll pay $1,000 once you get arrested on the warrant. So as long as you come to court, you don't have to post anything.
I'd rather show up and save the money.
You're your own bondsman, your own, that's what it means, own recognizance. You're guaranteeing your own appearance.
Okay.
All right, January 27th, unless your lawyer tells you different.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Next hearing.
You have a good day.
State of Ohio versus Austin Pauley, case number CRB 21-246A and B, CRB 2262.
Okay, and you're Austin Pauley?
Yes, Your Honor.
And it looks like the allegation is you missed a hearing and had a warrant issued.
Yes.
On a review hearing that was set in, it looks like it was April 12th to the 24th. Or maybe that was May, I think it was May 20th to 24th. Do you admit or deny you missed a hearing?
I was under the impression that if I paid all my fines off that I didn't have to come back.
I'm showing there was still $100 owed on case number 2262.
Oh, I was unaware of that. The receipt that I have has a zeroed balance on it.
Okay. Well, I'll take that as a not guilty plea. Do you want to have a lawyer appointed to represent you on this matter?
I mean, not necessarily.
Do you think you're qualified for a court-appointed lawyer?
Yes.
Are you working at all?
Yes.
What do you do?
I'm a cook at Backyard Pizza.
Okay. Are you paid by the hour?
Yes.
How much per hour?
$14 an hour.
Do you have any dependents you're supporting? How many hours a week?
Anywhere from 40 to 50.
Okay. Well, if we say an average of 45, I have to determine your gross annual income.
Understand.
I'm getting you're making a little over $30,000 a year gross, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, that's for a single person with no dependents, that's actually more than what I can appoint counsel for. But you can represent yourself, we can check into this. Maybe the record I have is incorrect. If you want to wait around today, I can have the clerk check on it and recall it.
Okay.
See if...
I have pictures of the receipts on my phone.
Okay. Why don't you go meet with the clerk and we'll recall it after you've done that.
Great, thank you.
State of Ohio versus Derek Newell, case number TRC 22-1229. Derek M. Newell.
And sir, you Derek?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Smith is representing you, I believe?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Or he did. This was actually a review hearing.
Yes, sir.
You were supposed to be here for a review hearing on December 23rd?
Yes, sir. And I got a new job on the river, and they went to get tie up our boat. So they said, hey, you ride a couple more days, and because you're going to be missing them or whatnot, or go home. And I rode a couple more days over.
Okay. All right, so you did come in today. Actually, I don't think a warrant's been issued yet.
Yes, sir.
You still have fines and court costs and community service to do, and the
Driving class.
Okay.
I've done it. You told me that we'd talk about it. I've done it on mine. You said we'll review that later once I get everything else done.
You did something in West Virginia, right?
Yes, sir.
So was that it looks like a physician's report.
I was in rehab, and they do an IOP thing, which counts as a DUI school in West Virginia. I did the full IOP as well, and which I guess counts off with you see enough counseling.
That was at Recovery Resource Group?
Yes, sir. A new thing also. It's several of them both attached to the same thing. Probably still that.
Okay, you did furnish some reports for that.
Yes, sir.
Are you still working for the place in South Point?
No, like right now I left here 2 days later, they laid me off, and then I was trying to get a job for 3 weeks, and I got back on the river going out of town, so.
Okay, yeah. Who are you working for?
A Perrial towing out of Pennsylvania.
Okay, I'll tell you what, do a urine screen today. If you're clean, then I'll give you credit for the dip stool with what you did.
Okay.
So go do the urine screen, and we'll call you back up after you do that. Okay, we're ready to start the pretrial docket now, so we need the lawyers to come in.
State of Ohio versus Antonio Gallegos, case number TRC 2792, A, B, C, and D.
All right, and this is Mr. Delauder's case.
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Gallegos is appearing by teleconference. Is there anything resolved on this?
There has, Judge. I've talked to Mr. Gallegos, and after our last pretrial, you let me have a week or two to discuss with him the logistics of getting back here to complete DIP school, which normally would be required in an OBI. And we've got that worked out. He's going to be able to make that happen. And so today what he wants to do is change his plea to no contest with a stipulation to a guilty finding.
All right, Mr. Gallegos, do you agree with what your attorney has said?
Yeah.
All right, anything, you have a right to make a statement to the court. Do you have anything you want to say?
Not longer.
Okay. And was there any other recommendations on the sentence?
Your Honor, based on my discussions with Mr. Hield, and then I confirmed with Mr. Nord this morning, the state's recommendation in the case was going to be treat this as a minimum sentence for purposes of first offense OVI, which it was. The circumstances here involved, Mr. Gallegos believed this case was over with prior to him going back to his state of Texas. That's why it's so old. In the process of going through his citizenship application, though, it came up as unresolved. So he contacted me immediately, and we made arrangements to have it added back to your docket so that he could get it resolved. So it's my understanding the state's willing to recommend a suspended sentence on the condition that Mr. Gallegos complete the 72-hour DIP program, whatever the court thinks is appropriate with respect to fines and court costs. And if there's any community service component, we just ask that he be able to complete that through the probation department in his home state.
Okay. Since it's been so long and I'm not familiar with the case, I feel like I need to read the statement of facts into the record, so got a record of what is alleged by the.
I think it's a lengthy statement of facts, but I'm not sure. Let me see if it,
It's one page.
Okay, not too bad.
On March 15, 2020, I was traveling west, US 52, near milepost 19, when a truck passed me traveling east at a high rate of speed. I checked the speed on my radar at 68 and 55. I caught up to the vehicle, drove off the right side of the road, hit the rumble strips. When I pulled the car over, made contact with the driver and a front seat passenger, I could smell odor of alcohol coming from the vehicle. I asked for a license, and first he gave me a passport. Again, asked for a license. He gave me an ID from Texas. I was able to identify him as Antonio Gallegos. Asked where they were going, so they were trying to get to Kentucky. Told him he was going the wrong way. He said he knew he was going the wrong way. I asked where he was coming from. He said Buffalo Wild Wings. Asked how much he had to drink. He said 2 beers. Asked him to step out of the vehicle to perform a few exercises. I could still smell an odor of alcohol when he stepped out of the vehicle. I had him perform horizontal gaze in nystagmus. After explaining what I wanted to do, he was having a hard time following directions. When I was trying to see nystagmus at maximum deviation, he kept looking away from the stimulus. I had to tell him multiple times to focus on the stimulus, and he was not able to. Lack of smooth pursuit was present in both eyes. Nystagmus at maximum deviation was present in both eyes. Nystagmus prior to 45 degrees was present in both eyes. Vertical gaze nystagmus was not present. Had him perform walk and turn during the instruction phase. He was not able to stay in position. He was instructed to. He stepped off the line. Was not touching heel to toe. During the walk phase, he did not touch heel to toe on multiple steps. Stepped off the line, raised his hand more than 6 inches from his side, took improper mental steps, nearly lost his balance on the turn. On the second set of 9 steps, he did not follow instructions at all, took 8 normal steps. Had him do 1 leg stand during this exercise. He raised his hand more than 6 inches from his side, put his foot down, hopped, and was unable to count from 1 to 30. He stopped to 9 seconds, and I asked if he was done. He said he was. Again, asked how much he had to drink. He said 3 beers and 1 shot. Due to poor driving, odor of alcoholic beverage coming from the person, HGN, admitting to drinking, poor field sobriety test, he was arrested for OVI. He was read his Miranda rights and search instance arrest. He was offered a breath sample on a portable breath test, and he declined. At the scene, Trooper Martin was on the scene, witness of BMV 2255. He again declined to give a breath sample. I had him call for a ride to pick him up from the car in his pasture. When the ride arrived on the scene, he was advised when and where to appear for court and released. And it looks like he did come initially.
Yes, he did.
And then failed to appear on the 3rd pretrial, August 30th of 20. Why would he think his case was over?
Well, he was here working at the time. His employer at the time hired our office to represent him, and I had very limited contact with Mr. Gallegos while his case was pending. I think we only had the one, maybe initial appearance even. And I believe he was informed by his employer that it had been taken care of, and shortly after that, they had a falling out. He went back to Texas, and I lost track of it. I didn't have any way to, and his employer didn't have any way to get a hold of him, at least according to him, at that point. So it didn't come back up again until his citizenship application revealed the open case. At that point, he contacted me, and we made arrangements to have him added back to the docket.
All right, Mr. Gallegos, do you have any explanation or statement you want to make to my inquiry?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that.
Do you have anything else you want to say about this matter?
No, I don't.
Okay, on the OVI, I'm going to impose a $1,000 fine. He refused to take tests and he's been gone for 4 years, so he needs a very high fine for that. Order him to pay the court costs. I'm going to enter a jail sentence of 60 days, and I'll suspend all activities. I'm going to order him to do 60 hours of community service, which is double what I normally would do, but I mean, he hasn't done what he was supposed to, and he left, so I think he needs double the community service what somebody who came in and did it in a timely manner would have gotten. 2 years of make it level 4 probation. He has to go to the driver intervention program. He can go to any approved program in the state of Ohio. I'm going to set his review hearing for June 30th of 25, so I'm giving him a lot of time to get this done. If it's not finished though, he will have to appear then. If he doesn't appear, he'll get another warrant.
I'll call him after court too, Judge, and talk to him about that. I think they intend to get all this taken care of real quick, so.
Okay. On the no operator's license, I'll impose a $200 fine. And an additional 30 hours of community service. So he's got a total of 90 hours of community service to do. And he can do that in his home area, but it's got to be with a legitimate charitable organization or a governmental organization.
Judge, I'll put him in touch. If you don't mind, I'll put him in touch with the probation officer, and that way they can get all that stuff
he
clear.
needs to talk with him, with Mr. Major. On the safety belt violation, that's a mandatory $30 fine. June 30th is his review hearing at 9 a.m.
State of Ohio versus Norman Thurmer, case number TRC 24-1950, A and B.
This is Mr. DeWaters' case. I've got it as a pretrial motion.
It is, Judge. We obtained discovery in this case. It doesn't look like we're going to be filing a motion as it relates to the field sobriety test. I've asked Mr. Hill to look at the video and see if we can maybe reach a resolution. I don't know if he's done that yet, and of course, I didn't realize Mr. Nord was going to be here today, but Mr. Nord hasn't had an opportunity to do that either. So I don't care if we have one more pretrial. I think we'll get it resolved one way or another.
Looking at do the 13th of January. Other than that, it's probably 13th, 21st, or 24th, or after.
I don't have any hearings here or anywhere else on the 21st or 24th. Well, I am here on the 27th, but I've got a whole bunch on that day already.
Okay, which do you prefer?
Is the 27th busy other than my cases? Can we do it on that day?
January 27th will be the next hearing at defendant's request for a pretrial.
Thank you.
10 o'clock.
State of Ohio recalls Austin Pauley, case number CRB 2262, CRB 21246A and B.
January 27th. And he also said you can bring your drink.
All right, Mr. Foley, part just gave me a report on this. I'm actually going to have to take more time to review it. If you want to stick around, or I can give you another date.
I'll take another date.
I'll call you. I'll let you know. Let's do the 13th of January. And if I don't think you need to come back, I'll have the clerk get in touch with you. Do we have good contact information?
I'm getting it right now, Your Honor.
Okay. January 13th for pre-trial at 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Tommy L. Scarberry, case number TRC 242473, A, B, C, and D.
Your Honor, I appreciate setting this from Friday to today. We don't have a resolution in this matter. I think me and Mr. Hill will be able to resolve this. I did file a motion. There's an entry there for driving privileges. I just asked that he be given driving privileges, and we'll set this for another date.
And it looks like the state's agreed to that, to the driving privilege.
The state has.
I'll approve your entry. Do you have a preference as to another date to come back?
Could we do it on a Friday, maybe at the end of the month or beginning of February, Your Honor? We'll waive time.
How about January 31st?
That's perfect.
All right, January 31st will be the next hearing. It'll be pre-trial, 10 a.m.
Don't leave. I'll get you a copy of that entry. Okay, good. All right, thank you. All right, I'll be right back.
State of Ohio versus Robert L. Slaughter, case number CRB 24692, A and B, CRB 24346, A and B.
Mr. Smith's case set for pre-trial.
Psychiatrist, visitor here for my arraignment.
Are you still in?
Yes, I got an appointment on the 6th, and then he's going to be speaking to the family until midnight.
He's got an appointment on the 6th at Mahajna with the psychologist who's working with his anger management issue. He says he anticipates it'll be March before that's completed. If we could come back maybe at the end of the month, see, get an update.
Well, he's got another case that was going to be dismissed if he paid the cost, and that one hasn't, costs haven't been paid.
We're still trying to get it.
24,346.
Arraignment actually helping me with somebody that I was working for.
Okay, he says while he's going to treatment, he's been able to get a job. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, trying to get a job.
Could you work for yourself?
I mean, if we can do it by the end of March, I mean, I'm just gonna pay everything off by the end of March.
You heard his plan, Judge. He says he'll pay by the end of March.
Come back before then.
Yeah, well, yes, if I was thinking like the end of the month, just to make sure.
January 31st.
I'm here.
January 31st will be the next hearing. On both matters. 10 o'clock.
See that?
State State of Ohio versus James Weber II, case number CRB 24730.
This is a cross-filing judge with Mr. Morford's case. Brytine Cremines, B-R-Y-T-I-N-E.
State of Ohio versus Bryson Cremines, case number CRB 26731.
Brittany Cummings.
Brittany, is that how you pronounce it?
Yes. Brittany.
I butchered it.
Okay, I also have the course of the classes that I've never seen. This is the image of the receipt.
It's going to be dismissed, you'll have to physically get adjustment. You want to take a look at the fast, but okay.
We've explored a 90-day continuance with payment of court cost.
You got to okay. You got to okay. She got her glasses.
She's, my client's agreed to, one court cost judge, my client has agreed to pay that if we come back sometime, March, I guess, is 90 days out. I think the state's on board with that.
Yes.
I cannot stay in the state. I don't live here. I cannot be staying in the state for too long. I don't live here. I live in Florida. So this needs to end fast.
You don't have to come back.
Okay.
He's going to pay the court costs.
Okay.
He'll take care of it.
So both Mr. Weber and Ms. Cremines are agreeable to this arrangement?
Yes, my client's agreeable, Your Honor.
You agree with that?
Yes.
Yes, Judge.
And Mr. Weber will pay the cost. So if there's no further problems and the court costs are paid by March 31st, case will be dismissed, and they don't, I don't guess there's any real reason for them to even appear. There's no protection order.
I think she's going to leave the state, so they won't be around each other. I can't foresee any problems.
She's headed to Florida, Your Honor.
Yeah, I don't live here. I live in Florida, and I've been staying here like way longer than intended because of the court costs.
Okay. Right. No appearance will be required, and if there's no further problems, the costs will pay.
All right. Thank you so much.
You what?
State of Ohio versus William Earls, case number CRB 24788. William Earls.
Mr. Morford's case and set for pre-trial. Mr. Earls is here.
It's March 3rd. On the 31st.
I'm sad. I'm sad. Okay, besides that, how are you doing?
31st, right?
That's sad.
I'm thinking December, March 31st, right? Yeah, that's right. March 31st, that's right. That's what
Oh, yeah, that's what this is.
Judge, may we approach?
Yeah.
treatment. I'm trying to find a lawyer, not trying to find a lawyer where I lost my child.
Well, you have a lawyer right here, sir.
Okay.
I'm representing you. Judge Capper wanted me to represent you as your attorney.
Okay.
My question to you is, are you in treatment anymore?
No, I just live at
Has
house.
somebody prescribed medication to you in the past?
They cycled me through some depression meds and ADHD medication, stuff like that.
Are you still taking them? You told the
Uh,
first
well,
word out
they-
of your mouth to do me was that you were sad. Is that because you're not taking them?
Oh, no, I'm sad because of my neighbor.
Recall this.
Yeah, no, I'm sad because of my neighbor. I'm not, yeah, no, I'm not,
Case will be recalled. Talk to your lawyer in private.
okay. Okay.
Wait.
State of Ohio versus Kevin Hay, case number CRB 22-427.
Mr. Steyer's case, set for pre-trial.
John Main approach.
Yes. I'm a little confused. Is she going to Mahajan for services or for?
She's going to Mahajan for MAT.
And that's something you all agree with?
Yes.
Is she having counseling with you?
Yes.
And I take it that that's ongoing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Continue that then, Mr. Steyer?
Yes, I think that this is a positive report, so I think that's a good sign. So I think.
Old case, but she never got arraigned until recently.
Correct, yes.
Okay. Well, we'll let her continue on with counseling as she's receiving it at RRS with the MAT through Mahajan. January 31st.
Let me take a quick look at my calendar. I don't think that should be a problem. Nope, I'm actually on the docket already, so that works.
January 31st will be the next hearing for pre-trial, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio, Jamie Taylor, case number CRB 24665. Jamie Taylor.
Mr. Steyer's case, pre-trial.
No, she doesn't have any time served credit. I don't know what you're asking. Motion 60 days, suspend 50 for trial. Okay. All right, I think we're going to set a trial date in this, Your Honor.
Okay, this is an M1, so we've got some time.
Yeah, and we'll, yeah.
Do you have a preference as to a date?
Is Monday or Friday better for you? Does that matter?
Or we can do Tuesday the 21st.
How's the docket looking that day? If it's not looking too bad, that might be a good day because it's usually a little bit lighter.
Not much.
Okay, let's do that then, please. So Tuesday, make sure you write that down. It's Tuesday, the 21st.
January 21st.
Go ahead, plan to be here at 10. Okay. Perfect. All right.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, did you say January 21st is a trial date?
Yes, at noon.
Okay, thank you.
January 21st.
All right. Yeah, you're good.
State of Ohio versus Scott D. Taylor, case number TRC 24-1941. Scott Taylor.
Mr. Steyer, I understand is entering appearance in this case.
Yeah, Your Honor, yeah, I filed a written notice of appearance this morning and served it on the state. We had discussed with Mr. Heald the other day, it was not this morning, but Mr. Heald was agreeable to continuing the trial date today. I have put an entry together doing that, but I've left the date blank. What I actually like to do would be set it for one pretrial and then decide if we need to set a trial date at that point. I'm going to leave it to I'd like to have at least a couple weeks to get familiar with the case, but beyond that, I'll leave it basically to the court's discretion because I don't know, how calendars look coming up.
Well, since you're going to be here for that trial on the 21st, we can set it for a pretrial.
Let's do that.
Pretrial, January 21st at 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus Matthew A. Bell at the Lawrence County Jail. Case number CRB 24-826, A and B. Thomas Coe is on deck.
Sir, are you Matthew Bell? Mr. Bell, can you hear me?
Yes.
Judge Capper at the Lawrence County Municipal Court in Chesapeake. This is what's called an arraignment hearing for you. The purpose of this hearing is to tell you what the charges are, take a plea, make sure you understand what the charges are and your rights. So I'm going to explain your rights to you right now. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. But what you are saying, anything you do say is on the record, so it can be used against you if you say something that the state thinks helps their case. You have a right to have an attorney, have one appointed if you can't afford one, to have bail, and to make the state of Ohio approve any charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand those things?
Yes.
You've got two charges for disorderly conduct and possession of a drug abuse instrument. So the possession of a drug abuse instrument alleges that on December 29th at Fayette Township, you knowingly made or possessed an instrument customary and primary purposes for the administration of a dangerous drug. It's alleged to be a hypodermic syringe. That's a second-degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty 90 days in jail, $750 fine. And then the disorderly conduct alleges that he recklessly caused inconvenience, annoyance, alarm to others by hindering or preventing the movement of people on public streets, roads, or highways, or interfering with the rights of others by an act that serves no lawful reason or purpose. So that's a minor misdemeanor. There's no jail time on that. The most that can happen is a $150 fine.
Right.
Do you understand the two charges against you?
Yeah.
How do you wish to plead to these charges?
Guilty.
If you enter a guilty plea, you're admitting that they're true. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to accept your guilty plea. Does the state have a report on this?
Your Honor, as the court indicated, the state does have the charges and the narrative for the disorderly conduct, a minor misdemeanor and possession of drug abuse instruments, misdemeanor in the second degree, and given the nature of the charges, the state will go with the discretion of the court in terms of the sentence for this matter.
Okay. Do you want to read the affidavit into the record?
Sure, Your Honor.
Thank you.
On December 29, 2024, I was dispatched to US 52 and County Road 120 in reference to a male jumping in and out of traffic in the roadway. Dispatch advised that we received multiple calls on this male due to his behavior. When I arrived, I observed a male standing in the middle of the road on westbound 52, swinging an item. When I turned on the male was walking in the middle of the road. The male was swinging a garden hoe around in the middle of the roadway. The male threw the garden hoe to the side of the roadway. I told the male to stop, and he continued walking away from me. My emergency lights were activated, and the male was ordered to stop walking away. The male continued to walk away. I then exited my patrol vehicle and was able to detain the male. The male stated that he was just walking. I advised him that I'd seen him walking in the roadway and that we had multiple calls on him jumping in and out of the roadway in front of cars. I asked the male if he had anything on or about him that would stick, poke, or hurt me. The male stated that he did not have anything on him. The male stated that he had been using meth today. I asked the male if he had any identification on him, and he advised that he did not, that his name was Matthew Bell. Due to the Matthew's behavior and conduct, the Matthew was placed under arrest. When searching Matthew, I was able to locate a hypodermic syringe in his right front pocket. Matthew stated that he forgot that was in there, and he has not shot up meth in a while. The garden hoe was collected and photographed along with the syringe. Matthew was transported to the Lawrence County Jail with no further incident. The garden hoe was tagged and routed as evidence.
All right, Mr. Bell, could you hear what Mr. Nord said? Do you have anything you want to say about this?
Nah, I just want to block out, I guess.
I've got a Huntington, West Virginia address for you. Is that where you live?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Do you have a place to live, or are you homeless?
No, I'm homeless right now.
Where are you from originally?
From Silver Spring, Maryland.
Silver Spring, Maryland. How did you get to this area?
I ended up, I'm up here to a family.
Do you have family in this area?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Do you have anybody that can help you? You got a family member or anybody locally that can help you?
I don't think so.
before this happened and you were placed in jail, where did you spend the night? Where do you stay at night?
Outside.
In Huntington?
Yeah.
On the riverbank or where?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any, you get any kind of assistance? Do you get any kind of a check? Or
No, I don't.
How do you get food and clothing and that sort of thing?
From the shelter?
Huntington City Mission or where?
Yeah.
Have you been in treatment?
No, well, I want to go.
You want to go to treatment now?
Yeah.
Do you have a medical card?
No. I had state insurance though.
You got health insurance?
Yeah, state insurance, but we good.
Through which state?
Through, Huntington, West Virginia.
So you had a West Virginia Medicaid card?
Yeah, I had one, I don't know what's that now.
Okay. All right, well, you need a place to stay and you need treatment, so we may be able, this gentleman, Matthew Bell, appears to be homeless, appears to be using methamphetamine. He thinks he had a West Virginia medical card in the past.
Okay, I can have them call and speak with him and then check his insurance.
Okay, I'm going to have someone call down and talk to you and see if we can get you a place. One, you'll have a place to sleep and food to eat and treatment for methamphetamine addiction. And you're agreeable to all that, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to let them talk to you, and then after they do, then I'll have you back and we'll decide how we're going to go forward. And I'll send you then after I get some further information, if they have a place where they can take you to.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'll see you back just like this on teleconference later.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Thomas Coe is next at Lawrence County Jail, but we have a case we need to call here.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus William Earls here at court, case number CRB 24788, this is a recall.
Judge, I'm going to have to ask you to set up for a bench trial.
Okay. You have a preference for a date?
As long as it's later on in January. I've got two early in January, common plea.
All right, how about the 17th of January?
I can do then.
All right, January 17th at noon will be the trial for Mr. Earls.
There you go. That's when we come back. Make sure you come.
Okay. I just have a question.
Yes, sir.
I tried to ask Jasmine and whoever I could about it, who I need to talk to about it, and I called the police to come down to the house to get a report or whatnot, or see who I got to talk to or whatever. But I met this girl, and we lived together, and she beat me up, started doing weird stuff. I took her to treatment. And I guess she was on crystal meth or whatever. She got pregnant. She left me, strung me along for 10 months. She was just getting herself together at her mother's house, was right across from each other or whatever. I probably seen her maybe 5 or 6 times in the 10 months. We go up to the hospital to have the baby delivered. And that night, I had to go outside and smoke, breathe and smoke, because they said the baby could die within 3 days. And I was going through it. And I went outside to smoke. And when I came back in, they stopped me and treated me horrible. And I went upstairs and I told her how they treated me and everything. And he told me, you gotta stay in this room all night. You can't leave. And I said, this ain't prison. And the women that were standing outside the room, they talked me into going outside. And they gave me a sticker and a badge.
This was at the hospital in Huntington?
No, this was at Cincinnati University.
Oh.
And they gave me They gave me a hospital badge and a sticker and said, this will get you back in the hospital. And then that fella, that security guard fella and his buddies, the one that treated me some type of way when I come in, and the women said, no, he can't treat you like that. Don't worry about it, you show him this sticker, he's not allowed there, they can't get away with that. They surrounded me at the door and pushed me outside. And they left me outside.
You can discuss that with me when you call. You would have to report that to, if you think you had some sort of criminal act against you, you'd have to report that in Hamilton County where the hospital is located, not here. They can't file charges here for something that happened in Cincinnati. You have to report it to the authorities in Cincinnati.
Okay, so do you know God in Cincinnati? Who to call? I don't sit on the bench and I'm asking for help. I'm about to hit the floor.
When you call me, Mr. Earls, I'll have a number for you.
He can refer and get you the contact information.
I'll find out exactly where it happened and hook him up with the appropriate law enforcement agency judge.
Because they took my baby.
Okay, well, we'll discuss that when you call me.
Okay. January 17th, the next hearing, January 17th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Thomas J. Coe at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 23742, CRB 23128, A and B, and Dennis Cook is on deck.
Thomas Coe is Mr. Steyer's case.
I don't see this on the docket, Your Honor.
It's actually an arraignment, I think, for failure to appear for you.
Oh, okay.
You had been his attorney.
I'm sorry.
Your Honor, I was contacted by Ms. Dalrymple on Friday afternoon about Mr. Coe in regards to an overdose response. He was assessed with us initially on January 8th. It never came back for services. With his recent overdose, I would be willing to take him on an inpatient basis.
Okay, so he's in custody now. It appears that what happened, you had represented him.
Yeah, it looks like the case closed in 2023, December.
Right. He had a review hearing January 29th, so as you did this year, they didn't appear for it. There's been a warrant outstanding since the 1st of February. He had been at RRS at one point. He's now back in custody on the warrant. So,
If you're reappointing me, I obviously accept the appointment. Otherwise,
I'll reappoint you and let you talk with Mr. Coe. He's being offered treatment.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Coe, I'm going to reappoint Mr. Steyer to represent you on the issue of your failure to appear.
Okay.
You want the reports filed?
Yeah, that would probably be helpful at this point, Your Honor.
Mr. Steyer will call down and talk to you, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
If the jail can hold him out, I'll call immediately.
State of Ohio versus Dennis Cook at the Lawrence County Jail, case number TRG 242603, A, B, C, and D, CR 23637, TRD 164177, TRC 143645, TRC 143122, A and B. Trevor DeMint is on deck.
Sir, you're Dennis Cook?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Cook, you got a new charge, it looks like. Case number 242603, A, B, C, and D. States alleging that on December 28th at 10:03 p.m. in Union Township, you were driving a vehicle while you were under a suspended license. That's the first. first degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. That you drove left of center, that's a minor misdemeanor, maximum penalty is $150 fine. That you had fictitious registration on the vehicle or had the wrong plates on the vehicle, that's a 4th degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty is 30 days in jail, $250 fine. And that you had an open container of beer in the vehicle, that, you show me that one, I don't know what level offense that is. It's a minor misdemeanor, maximum penalty is $150 fine. And these are not labeled correctly, so let's see, I need to see them. Open container is the D case. Fictitious registration is what? The B. So that must mean the driving under suspension is the A. And left to center is the C. Okay. Do you understand those charges, Mr. Cook?
Yes, sir.
Then you've got some old charges.
Yes, sir.
23-637 was Mr. Morford's case, and it was a felony matter. Possession of drugs, a felony 3, possession of drugs from October of 2023. It was October 18th, 2023, you were in possession of methamphetamine.
Yes, sir.
Amount greater than the bulk amount, but less than 5 times the bulk amount. So that made it a felony of the 3rd degree. It's alleged you have a preliminary hearing scheduled for October 27th, 2023 that you did not appear for, and a warrant was issued for your arrest for not appearing. TRD 16-4177 was a driving under suspension, and it was set for a hearing on October 20th, 23, as you didn't appear, got a warrant. 14-3645 was an OVI conviction. You were still working on finishing off what you were ordered to do. You were supposed to appear in October 23, so as you did not, got a warrant. 14-3122 was also an OVI conviction. Same date of failure to appear in October of, October 23, not 22, October 23. So you've got a bunch of old cases and you've got a new case now.
Right.
All right. Do you have a job, Mr. Cook?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Self-employed, like, I work on the side doing construction and mechanic work.
How much do you make in a year doing that?
It just varies on business, you know what I mean? I've been doing pretty good here lately, laying block and stuff. I've been making about $120 a day.
Do you file an income tax return?
899s.
What do you show? I have to determine your gross annual income. Do you know what that would be?
Not right off the top of my head right now. It'd be under 30,000, I think.
Do Are there people that are dependent on you for income? Do you have family you're supporting?
Yes and no, I got my mom, but I'm not really supporting her. I'm doing a lot of, like, side work, so I gotta get wood and stuff like that for like lazy bees and stuff like that. I'm gonna try to take care of all that. My sister, she's pretty sick, so, this is through one thing after another.
Okay, I'm going to reappoint Mr. Morford. He has been your attorney back in '23. He's appointed on a new case. And because of all of these cases that you got, that you haven't been coming to court, I'm going to set the bond at $10,000 cash for surety.
Okay,
And I'm going to tell the jailer, I don't care what medical, well, I shouldn't say it. I'd be very suspect of any medical claims. He got out on a medical release the last time and never came back.
Right.
So, 10,000 cash or surety. And he came into the jail on the 28th.
Your Honor, if I may, he has a hold out of Gary County.
Okay, so he's not going anywhere anyway. The 6th for pre-trials and preliminary hearing, Mr. Morford, that's next Monday.
I'm here, Judge.
Okay, I'm saying your hearings for January the 6th. If you make a bond, do you think you can make a bond?
probably not.
You gotta come to the court on January the 6th at 10 o'clock. Mr. Wolford's gonna be your attorney, as he was before, on everything that's before the court, and there's a lot. So you need to take a look at these files. And he'll call down and talk to you. I'll give you the court's files, just make sure the clerk gets them back. January 6th is your next hearing.
Thank you. Thanks, sir.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Trevor DeMint, Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 24344, CRD 231645 A and B, CRA 23514, CRA 2338, CRB 22167, CRB 2630, CRA 2321, CRB 2322, CRB 19667, CRB 19570. Douglas Price is on deck.
And Mr. Steyer is Mr. DeMint's attorney.
Your Honor, this was called on Friday following Mr. DeMint's arrest on alleged failure to appear. We discussed the matter yesterday, on Friday. It was kind of decided that but it seems apparent he needs inpatient treatment, and the court's pleasure would be that be with an ankle monitor, so it ended up being moved to today. There was discussion of him going to the counseling center, which would probably be appropriate. The only concern I have is that the issue was raised that his father was inpatient at the counseling center. I'm going to tell you, I don't know which case number, but I believe James DeMint his father may be the alleged victim in one of these cases. And I don't see that that's a problem necessarily, but I don't want to send him to where an alleged victim is without raising that to the court and to the state.
Well, I think James was okay with it, because it was brought up Friday.
As long as James is okay with it, I assume the state would be okay with it then.
Your Honor, Mr. DeMint has a holder out of South Point Mayor's Court also.
Was not aware of that.
We may be able to take care of it.
I'm not even sure how often they have court. So that could be something that could hold us up for quite a while. I don't know.
Well, what normally happens if we have somebody who want to get a treatment, we call them, and they usually will lift the holder. So.
Okay. Then I have no further issues with that. Like I said, I wasn't necessarily trying to derail it, but I did feel like that needed to be considered, the fact that he was an alleged victim in one of these cases.
On the record, if there was a problem for for his son to come to the counseling center, and he said he actually thought it would be a benefit.
I didn't realize James had been on the docket Friday as well.
He's here Friday.
Okay, I misunderstood that. So,
And I don't know that they need to be in the same counseling, maybe they do, but the counseling center is a big enough place, I think they can keep them separate.
well, I had another issue as well. But just, I just thought that, like I said, because I'm pretty sure he's the named victim in one of the cases, I thought that should be at least considered.
Subject to what the counseling center says, what's your position? What, are you willing to accept both of them?
Yeah, we're on board.
And Trevor, are you willing to go?
Yes, sir.
Now, they have to give you the going to prison speech, because I'm going to put an ankle monitor on you. If you cut the ankle monitor off, you are going to go to prison for cutting the ankle monitor off. You understand that? I'm not joking around. I'm not trying to blow something up, blow smoke at you. That's really what happens. If you cut an ankle monitor off, it's going to be out of my control. You're going to go to common police court, and they've made an example of everybody that's done it so far. And if you have, they've all gone to prison. So this is serious business. Once you get the ankle monitor, you can't leave.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
Okay. Nobody yet has told me yet, Judge, put an ankle monitor, I'm going to cut it off. But I've had some do it, and every one of them that's done it has gone to prison. So you're forewarned. Don't think you're special. Don't think, well, they're not serious about that. They're not going to do that to me. Yes, they will. From what I've seen, every one, probably had 5 that have gone to prison for cutting the ankle monitor. Okay, I'll order him released to the counseling center with an ankle monitor. Need to get in touch with adult probation, get that moving, because it takes a little while for that to happen. Hopefully it'll happen today. And then come back in a couple weeks.
I was going to say, I would leave it to your discretion what the right time frame to come back on this would be.
That's the 13th if you're available then. For some reason, a bunch of lawyers are not available on the 13th.
I am available on the 13th.
All right, you know what to do, and you can do it. You have done it before, so do it again. And this time, let's make it the last time. Let's make this one stick. Okay?
Yes, sir.
See you in 2 weeks with a good report.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Douglas Price of the Lawrence County Jail, number CRB 23276. Thomas Coe will be on deck.
Douglas Price, Mr. Sire, I appointed you on the 20th. For Mr. Thompson.
And I haven't spoken to Mr. Price yet, but I can let him know now, and he can, and if he wants to take some time to think about this, he might just say, yes, we can go on. The state's made an offer that if you were to plead guilty to the charge in this case, that they would recommend, and if we agree, we would join a recommendation of 30 days in jail, 20 days suspended, credit for time served in the amount of 10 days. So barring some other holder, you would be released today, which I'm not aware of any other holder. 2 years of probation at a level the court deems appropriate with an order to stay away from the victim. Is that something you would be willing to do, or do you want me to ask to have your case recalled and give you a call on the phone?
That is something I'm willing to do. I don't know about, can I plead no contest because the stipulation is not actually true.
I have no problem with you pleading no contest, but if you're going to say I'm pleading no contest, but I don't agree with everything, the judges are going to accept that plea.
Okay, yes, sir, I'll plead guilty, sir.
Okay. You have a right, Mr. Price, to make a statement to me about any explanation or mitigation statement you want to make about this. Do you want to say anything about this before I sentence you?
Yes, sir. I just say I'm sorry, I'm going to give you excuses about my failure here. I just want to say I made mistakes, sir, and I promise I won't make that mistake again.
Okay. Is there any restitution or anything owed to anyone?
No, I was not informed of any restitution.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, I'll impose a $200 fine, court costs, and what was the jail recommended?
It was 30 days in jail, 20 days suspended, credit for 10 served.
Okay. That's what I'll impose. Do we have anything from Kimberly Miller? Does she want a no contact order or anything like that?
That was part of the agreement, Your Honor, was a no contact order.
Okay, there'll be a no contact order to stay away from Kimberly Miller?
That'll need to be faxed to the jail, obviously.
I'll do level 4 probation for 2 years with a review hearing date June 30th of 25. So you gotta show up for a hearing then unless you paid all your fines and court costs by then.
Yes, sir. Understand. Thank you, sir.
And you gotta stay away from Kimberly.
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
Nothing further from the defense, Your Honor.
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, that's all, sir. You'll get out, and once the paperwork gets processed and sent to the judge.
Thank you, sir. Merry Christmas. God bless.
State of Ohio recalls Thomas J. Coe at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 23-742, CRB 23-128, A and B.
This is Mr. Steyer's case.
Your Honor, I took a look at the files. It looks like Mr. Coe owes somewhere between $600 and $700 in money to the court, as well as 60 hours of community service. Alleged failure to appear back in January. He is willing to go to treatment at RRS. RRS, I guess, has already screened him and deemed him appropriate for inpatient treatment, so they're willing to take him. At this point, we would just need, I would assume we're going to keep this on the review, on the pretrial docket, set it out a period of time. I'd ask for a couple of weeks, maybe that date of the 13th, to give him a chance to get sort of settled in at RRS, and then from there figure where things are. I told him he's going to need to eventually start being able to make some payments and do some community service on this, but I believe the court's position in a situation like this usually is that we get well-established in treatment before we start worrying about the matter, about those issues, and then we deal with those next.
I agree with all that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Agree with it. All right, Mr. Coe, I'm going to order you released to RRS for inpatient treatment. I'll see you back in 2 weeks and get a report. You got to do what they tell you to do, how they tell you to do it, when they tell you to do it. And get a good report. Okay? We'll see you in 2 weeks, January 13th at 10 o'clock for pre-trial.
And are you able to get him today?
Yes.
So you should be picked up today, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
For God, God bless you.
Do you need to do that in the form of a bond entry or something?
Prepare an entry.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio recalls Matthew Bell at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 24-826, A and B.
This is being assessed by ODP.
Yes, Your Honor, so Mr. Bell does not have any active insurance, and he does not qualify for our grant.
Okay.
So we will not be able to take him. I don't know if anybody else can, since he has no insurance.
All right.
We tried.
And he's been a West Virginia resident, I think, for a while. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, is there anyone that can take?
Did she say you have no insurance? Yeah, you don't have any insurance at all.
Okay, we can sign them up. I wasn't sure until you said it.
Okay, do you need to talk to him first? Or?
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay, OVP couldn't take you, but I've got another facility that may. So they're going to talk to you, then I'll have you back up after they talk to you. So the first one couldn't make it work because you don't have insurance, but the other facility thinks they can.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll see you in a few minutes again.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Virginia McGlone, case number CRA 24498, A and B, here in court.
Oh, okay. Well, this worked. Okay. Jonathan, right?
Yes. She's restoring notice?
Yes. You want that?
Residential.
Okay.
Yeah, been here a month.
Okay. It's a good report. She's an outpatient. They say she's doing well.
I'll keep that back. I'll keep this one. So, yeah.
Your Honor, there's a co-defendant on that, Billy McKenzie.
Okay.
Scoot over.
Wait, we'll call this.
State of Ohio versus Billy McKenzie, case number CRA 24497, A and B.
So what are you doing at Focus?
I'm at CDCA,
Mayor,
we're already right now,
yes.
start monitoring.
We likewise have
Like, you tell me I'm working. It's fine, Austin, I got it.
Your Honor, she's done well, so just continue. Hopefully we'll get this resolved maybe the next time. She's also has a full-time job working at Focus, so.
This report was good too.
Yes.
And Mr. McKenzie has also obtained employment.
Very good. Let's come back in February. Toward the end of February.
End of February. Well, do you have Mondays versus Fridays for you
No,
matter at this point?
Yeah.
I'm free basically throughout the end of January. There shouldn't be a problem. Or February, I apologize. I looked at February.
How about the 24th?
Yep, sounds good.
Make sure that is not a problem, Your Honor.
February 24th. And the next one, Mr. McKenzie and Mr. Clark.
Appreciate it.
Good job.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Nicholas Atkins, case number CRA 24294, CRB 24295, CRB 24293. Nicholas Atkins.
Mr. Smith's case, preliminary hearing and pretrial.
I think the report's on the way, Judge.
Is that council?
Yes. Your Honor, can I approach?
Yes. Well, I think under the circumstances, we should do a screen today. Let's do a adjourn screen today. We'll have them back after we get the results.
Yes.
State of Ohio versus Gregory A. Sparks, case number CRA 24-581.
Mr. Smith?
Judge, he just handed me some paperwork that he does have his learner's permit from the state of West Virginia. There's also a report from Hawk, actually dated today. I may approach.
Yeah. Good report. Good job.
I just wanted to let you know that I made my learners. I'll be making my license probably in like 3 weeks. The first time they've ever had them. So it felt very good.
So you never had a license before? Very good.
I have an interview today for a job. So.
Oh, where's that? Where are you doing the interview?
At Aaron's in Huntington.
Okay. Aaron Collins?
Yeah.
Kroger?
Yeah. Okay, that all sounds great.
Any day except the 21st of January, Judge. Or we can go to February.
Yeah, let's go in the
We can do
well. I don't think we need to come back in January.
Only bad date in February I know of now is the 28th. It's pretty far out.
The 10th, February 10th?
Yes.
February 10th.
I'll also have a prosthetic hand in like 2 weeks.
How's that coming about? Did
Yeah.
they get you hooked up with somebody?
Yeah, man, honestly, I thought I'd never get it, you know what I mean? I just gave up whenever I came to recovery. It's like all kinds of doors opened up, you know what I'm saying? Like, anything's possible. Yeah, they introduced me to this place called Hangers in Huntington. And I went and I have another appointment with them on like January the 3rd. They told me that I would have a prosthetic to take home with me in like a month, so it's already been 2 weeks.
Well, congratulations. Sounds like you got things going the right way. Let's keep it going.
Absolutely.
We'll see you then.
Good job.
All right, thank you.
Judge.
February 10th. We'll see you back soon.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Joseph Barber, case number CRA 24-679 A and B, CRB 24-680.
Morford's case, under hearing and pre-trial. Thank you, sir.
Madam Pressure, Your Honor.
Yes.
Thank you.
Your Honor, there's a typo on that. It says November 21st, when it should say December 21st.
Okay, I'll change it. Good report. Continue on then.
Stay the course, please, Judge.
All right. So further out this time.
I appreciate that. Will you let me let you know? Maybe take care of yourself. Yes, sir.
February 24th.
That's good.
Next hearing will be February 24th, preliminary hearing and pre-trial.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge.
Good job, Mr. Burton.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Carrie Beth McCoy, case number CRB 24227.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
I think they only set it for a pre-trial.
They did.
Okay, looks like we had a little setback, but got over that.
Yeah. Your Honor, Carrie's doing well overall. She's still struggling in some areas, but she's making progress.
Okay, how do you feel?
I'm getting there. I mean, I was a backtrack there. I didn't mean to slip. Old behaviors, but I'm getting over them.
Okay, looking for a job now, sounds like?
Yeah. I have an interview at Wise Medical. So,
Okay, very good.
we'll see about it.
Let's continue on then.
Thank you, Your Honor. I got you.
February 14th?
That's good.
February 14th will be the next hearing.
Yep. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Jaden Redmond, case number CRB 22461.
All right, this is on the sentencing docket, just because you have a bond up.
Yes.
You gotta get your fines paid and your community service done.
I had $50 to pay on my fines today.
Okay? What about your community service, when we gotta get that done?
I'm off on Thursday, just with the holiday where I'm a server at Texas Roadhouse. I'm always working. So, but
You're
I'm
off
off
this
on
Thursday?
Thursday. Yeah, I'm off this Thursday.
Okay. The second? Okay, we got you down. And what'd you say you're paying, 50?
Yes.
See the clerk make your payment. All set. Does it matter if it's Mondays or Fridays for your hearings?
Preferably Mondays.
Okay. January 27th, that's a Monday,
Okay.
10 o'clock. See the clerk.
Thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Nicholas Atkins.
and Maple Street.
Good.
So we'll just continue to monitor.
Yes, sir. Your Honor.
Yes.
I know this wasn't the most positive progress report, but we feel like this is a pretty isolated incident. Overall, he's been an exceptional client, and other than this, has done everything, actually exceeded all the expectations we've had for him, so we really just feel like this is just a isolated incident.
Okay. Thanks for that explanation. So we'll go into February.
You set the last one for February 10th, Judge, if you could use that same date, February
Yes.
10th.
February 10th will be the next hearing.
State of Ohio versus Jason R. McClure, case number CRB 181342. Jason McClure.
Your Honor, if I may, he called in this morning, and Mr. Major, he told Mr. Major that he was, his car had broke down. He told him he would have 7 days before a warrant was issued. He didn't realize that, I believe he's out on bond.
Yeah, he is, he has a bond up.
He did say that we'll try to make it in the next court date.
Okay, I'll just move it to Friday. If he's not here then, I'll issue a warrant that day. So just put it on the docket for this Friday, which is the 3rd. And that'll be his sentencing.
State of Ohio recalls Tomas Molina, case number TRD 242578, A and B.
And sir, you Tomas Molina.
Yeah.
Mr. Molina, you've got a citation alleging that you were driving 73 in a 55 zone. That's a minor misdemeanor, maximum penalty is $150 fine. And that you did not have a driver's license. That is an unclassified misdemeanor, maximum penalty 500 hours of community service and a $1,000 fine. So, you were excited to be here today, and I don't really understand why, because these should have been cited in the traffic court. You were cited into the criminal court, so I'm going to, it doesn't mean that you have a driver's license, doesn't mean that you weren't speeding, but I'm going to dismiss it because the officer cited you into the wrong court. Okay, you're free to go. Case is dismissed.
If somebody's leaving.
Yes, that's it. Yes. Yeah, because actually we're still there. I need to text the jail.
State of Ohio versus Agnes Sexton, case number CRA 24209, CRB 24210, CRB 2349 A and B, CRB 2274.
I apologize, I thought I was on the 10 o'clock docket.
Okay. But you got here, so I'm going to already look over your file, know what you're doing. I'll cancel any warrants since you did show up. And you're ordered to continue in the firm that you're in, and I'll set you back for a hearing on January 31st.
Okay, thank you.
January 31st.
At 9, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Have a good day, bud.
Thank you for the Christmas presents in the courthouse.
Your Honor, we're still waiting on the year's stream from Mr. Newell. We're still waiting on a report from the provider on Matthew Bell at the jail. And so the only thing we have to call right now is the state of Ohio, which is Julia Hill, and case number CRB 24522, and Mr. Ashworth is special prosecutor on this case.
Okay.
Set for trial today, but something's...
All right, I see Mr. Ashworth appeared by teleconference. All right, Mr. Ashworth, are you there? Can you hear me? Yes, okay. Mr. Moore?
Ron, can you hear me?
I can now, yes.
Oh, sorry about that. Technical difficulties this morning.
No problem. So I understand there's something that's being recommended by you and Mr. Morford to the court.
90 days.
Go ahead, Mr. Moore.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead, Ron.
We proposed, after discussing this issue, I proposed on behalf of the state that we stay this case for 90 days, at which time, if there are no additional issues, then we will nolly the charges.
Mr. Morford?
We're in agreement, Judge.
Is that without cost or with cost? Was that discussed?
I don't think we discussed it, Your Honor, frankly, so I don't want to misrepresent our discussions.
I'd like to do it without cost, Mr. Ashworth, if possible. My client is not employed.
I think, Your Honor, based on my investigation of this action, that's probably appropriate.
Okay, what I'm going to do then, I'm going to put it out till March 31st. It will be nollied then if there's no further problems and the defendant does not have to appear. If that changes, then the state will notify the court and the defendant to appear on that date. Otherwise, it will be dismissed on that date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Ashworth.
Thank you, Your Honor, that was March the 31st?
March 31st, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck with that prosecutor.
Yeah. Kind of rough today.
Thanks, buddy. We prefer you to come down, sir.
Yeah, so do we.
State of Ohio recalls Derek Newell, case number TRC 221229.
And this is Mr. Smith's case.
These are like the ones. Not sure what that is.
Well, actually, I think this was a review, so.
Yeah, I do.
I think it was on the review docket, so he doesn't necessarily have to be here for this. Mr. Smith. Okay, we got a problem.
Oh, I don't know. I'm dealing with server living. I was supposed to get out server living today at noon and go to another place. I slipped up this weekend, I told Rob about it, and then he told me that, right now, darn, you can't stay here. And I said, okay. I said, what do I need to do? And he gave me a number to, I guess whatever's linked to them, it's called, Healing Properties. And I've tried to call him all morning to get set up to go there, and then he, just where I'm at. I mean, it wasn't something I was hiding from me. I went to him and told him, I had a drug test for him, I told him, and I thought I'd be okay to still stay there. That he would tell me, hey, pack your stuff, and when I get there, hopefully here at noon, that he would tell me I could stay if I do this or that, but I don't think that's gonna be the case. As from when I just called him our recovery coach. He said, oh no, he's gonna want you to be out there for 30 days and you can come back if you stay good. I mean, I've been good for a year and a half, or however long I've been there. Here I am.
Well, and the reason I was testing you to see if I can give you credit for the treatment you did toward your dip score, but obviously I can't do it
Sure.
now. So
Yeah, I
you're gonna
understand.
have-
Yeah.
You're gonna have to finish, you were ordered to do the driver intervention program.
Sure.
You're gonna have to do that.
Yeah, I understand.
And I would encourage you to get into another treatment program, and that's what you're seeking to do.
Oh, yeah, because actually, what's crazy is my probation officer told me Friday, I'm on probation in West Virginia, and she told me Friday, hey, you can leave sober living, you're doing all right. And then I had some crap happen family-wise, and then, of course, there's no excuse to sit there and say, that's why I got high, because I got high. But, I mean, how stupid can you be? You got told you could leave, and then I had nowhere to go. I told her, I said, I'll be homeless, so I mean, I want you to stay here. And then I screwed up. Now the place I've been my home for a year and a half, and I grew up with the guy. He won't talk to me. He said, get out. So, I mean, I'm just dealing with a lot right now with it, and emotionally, and trying to figure it out.
You need a place to go?
I'm not allowed to stay in Ohio. Now, West Virginia, yeah, because West Virginia won't let me stay in Ohio, because I tried to come to the place that's, I forget what it's called, that you got over here. Say again?
OVP?
No, it was, my buddy Ian's at a place that, like, I guess like even like your insurance covers a lot of the stuff at sober living that they don't cover over there, because you pay your rent. I forget what it's called up here. It's real nice buildings. Like I picked him up on the hill. I don't know this place over here, but I know I turned right to the light when I come from Huntington. I turned right at the light and I went on up back in the back there to like in the country.
RRS.
Yeah, RRS, yes sir, that's where he's at. And I was like wanting to switch there to go to that place, and then my probation officer said no, that you gotta stay in West Virginia. That's where I was freaking out about, so I tried to call my recovery coach about it a minute ago. He said that's what's happening here, and he's like, dude, I don't know. I guess you're in a rock and hard place.
Who's your probation officer?
Over in West Virginia, Shana. It's in Mason County.
Mason County.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, I'm not sit there and of course, I got a recovery coach about everything. And I said, what do I do? He said, sometimes there's, maybe you just ground control and fix your stuff and do everything you know you're supposed to do and just ride with it. Because if I tell her, I'm going to turn around and I don't know what to do. So I know I'm looking at a 1 to 5 over there. If I tell her I'm going to prison, like it.
Does OVP have any facilities in West Virginia?
Not
Inpatient?
inpatient, just outpatient.
Just outpatient?
Yeah, I talked to her a minute ago. I'll do outpatient all day like I need it. I need mental health help. I need, there's 100%. Like I see a doctor over at RG.
Well, I thought you were basically going to be homeless now. You don't.
Oh, yeah, that too. I'm saying like I'll do outpatient, do whatever I gotta do, but I work on the river, so the best thing about the river is that you're gone, you got a place to live. Well, I called my boss today and said, hey, we tied up the other day, and he said that we're waiting out the first of the year. But I said, I know there's other boats out there, and I told him straight up, told him the situation. I said, I don't got nowhere to go. I know it's not your problem, but can you help me? And he's supposed to call me back this afternoon, see if he can get me right back out there. But like, it's just, I'm trying, and I got money for a hotel, and we'll stay in a hotel, but it's just, I can get into the sober living, it just takes a minute for them to answer. I just like, I don't know, I'm just in a rough spot right now. Like just mentally and physically. I've never been like this. I've had everything in the world, and I've always had every opportunity. I've never had a place not to go. Like my mom tells me, now you're not coming here. It's just, it's crazy. I can't believe I got to here.
Okay, I'm going to schedule your next hearing for January 31st for review.
Okay, that should be all for that.
9 o'clock.
Yes, sir. And if my schedule, like with the river.
You can come in early if you want.
Okay, yeah, because I don't know, because I'm supposed to leave any day, and I don't know how long they're going to put me out, and I don't want to lose time. So I appreciate it. 31st?
Yes, January 31st.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
State of Ohio recalls Matthew A. Bell at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 24-826A and B.
How you doing?
Good. You can take him?
Yeah, we can pick him up today.
Okay, they're going to take you to hometown recovery. I'm going to order you released to them. I'll go ahead and, you pled guilty, so I'm just going to go ahead and sentence you. But you can go there and you got a place to stay and we're a place to get treatment.
Okay.
Anything else you want to tell me?
Okay.
Okay, on your possession of a drug abuse instrument, I'll impose a $25 fine, because I figure you don't have hardly anything to pay fines with. Order you to pay the court costs. I'll sentence you to 60 days in jail. How many days you been in jail now?
I think I'm one.
Just one, okay, so I'll suspend 59, give you credit for 1 day you served. Order you to treatment at hometown recovery.
Okay.
2 years of level 4 probation. Set your first review hearing in 2 weeks on 13th at 9 a.m.
Okay.
So they'll give me a report and let me know how you're doing then.
All right.
And then on the disorderly conduct, $25 fine. Okay, you got a place to stay, place to get treated, take advantage of it, get good reports, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
You too. Court's adjourned. That wasn't too bad, was it?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. I was kidding about